versus Joker. Alright, check this out.
3, 2, 1, go!
I'm so sick with it. Anyway, so yeah, we got Glory versus Kyle. I have the bracket right in front of me so I can see exactly who these people have played against. So Glory lost to Nikon, and Kyle lost to Nikon. Okay, so both these people have lost to Nikon. And now it's a contest to see which one of them is the better loser against Nikon. So, I've never seen this matchup before. It looks, on paper, even. It looks like a very even matchup. I had to simmer on that one because, like, tier list wise, Joker got it, but I am off stage, but you will get shot. Bang! Just proceeds to get nared. But, you know, kind of a reversal of how that first stock ended for Kyle, you know, getting into a ledge guarding situation. But now, they're both back on stage, back in neutral. Arsene is out. Glory definitely at kill percent. Kyle looking for reflect slash counter. Not gonna find it. Not quite killing with that down tilt, but it kind of looked like it might. And Arsene about to go away. Yeah, Kyle not able to find a kill with him, and actually getting killed himself. You know, Glory kind of playing on fire right now. Kyle struggling to find a kill here. Gets the setup with the fair one. Up air drag down, up smash, and he's a big fan of that. That's the worst. that always seems to happen. Like, you press the counter button at the time that your opponent does actually click a button, except they miss. So the counter just doesn't go off. You know how often that happens on, like, Lucina and stuff? Oh, back air actually taking the stock a bit early. But, yeah, Glory still has a pretty sizable lead here percent-wise on Kyle, although we have evened up the percent, or sorry, the stock count. Kyle gonna be able to make it back due to the grace of that gun, you know, kind of interrupting Glory's attempts at, you know, edge guarding. Not gonna be able to make it off of ledge though. I have to press a button. Two shot.
What's up now?
Oh god. Okay. KML stream control. That would be it. That's game one for Glory. I did not forget that I'm running a stream. So yeah. I did not catch the stage pick. But, you know, that game one, definitely was going Glory's direction. Taking the early, you know, commanding lead, and then, you know, Kyle was able to bring that back somewhat. You know, getting caught by the down smash at the end, but was showing a lot of signs of life. What? Okay. I've been given a peculiar command. That's... I'm gonna be pondering the context behind that this entirety of the rest of the set now. But, okay. But yeah, pretty even, you know, start to this game number 2 here. Going back to Pokemon Stadium 2. Smash players, we love this stage. It's not even a starter, and they still started on it. This is Kyle's tournament. He's not even forcing his own rules. Oh, okay, not quite dying there. That down air on pit. It does have a spike hitbox, but it's not exactly the strongest. Which, you know, given how fast that move comes out, it's understandable. Yeah, but get to high enough percent, definitely will start killing. Because for those of you who are not aware, the way that spikes work in this game is that if you're moving fast enough when your character like kind of exits the view of the screen, then they just die like before they even touch the blast zone. We're getting the double down air, unfortunately for him. The second one will not be spiking. Kyle converting off of the spike of his own to take that first stock. Has a little bit of Arsene left, not going to be able to make use of it though. Has to get percent the old-fashioned way. Out the tap. Kyle kind of playing a bit more, or I should say a bit less aggressive here, you know. Relying more on the gun, kind of forcing Glory to force more of the interactions. Excellent edge guard from Glory there, just covering Kyle on all options, you know, catching the arrows and whatnot. Almost didn't get punished for that third one. I liked it though. It was, that's a funny thing to do. I've done that on Instant before. But they do tend to wisen up to it by the third one. Gonna be catching that unsafe aerial with an up smash. Once again, you know, not too far. Okay, well now Glory is kind of starting to run away with the stock. I'll barely make it. Okay. Glory was not ready. Glory was not ready for that aerial to last that long. That's a crazy interaction. So I don't think y'all heard it, but Glory asked Kyle what he banned, and then Kyle said, "I don't know. I didn't think I'd make it this far." Sorry, I'm just listening to the conversation right now. There's two very entertaining people. That's such a hater move. This dude said, "I'm banning small battlefield because I don't want you picking the music." What? That's so devious. Glory saying, "Bravo, going dark." We going dark pit.
3, 2, 1, go!
Game. So, just from that first frame alone of this game, we have learned that a bow and arrow does in fact beat out a gun. You know, next time you find yourself in a life or death situation, just know. Pick up the quiver, put down the mag. Anyway, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But yeah. You know, Glory getting that last hit of, I'm trying to like dial back in, but this set has been so unserious. Getting that last hit of fair to close out that first stock. I've noticed that Kyle's the value he gets out of Arsene has been very mixed this set. Either Glory just kind of keeps him in a vortex forever just until Arsene runs out, or, you know, Kyle finds like his one good like kill setup at kill percent and then takes the stock and then doesn't really get much more after that. Interesting interaction. And Kyle, you know, finding kill off of that fastball up air and up smash. We are going to be making back really good stall from Kyle. here straight after work is not a great idea. 'Cause my brain is just not not in game mode right now. We're getting a lot of value out of these arrows. Which I feel like as Dark Pit, you kind of can do a bit more because I feel like that's the difference between the two characters, or one of the primary ones, is that Pit is more annoying when you're off stage, or I should say the arrows specifically are more annoying when you're off stage, but the Dark Pit arrows are more annoying when you're on. Just because there's so much of like angle that you can take with the normal Pit arrows that you can't really take with the Dark Pit ones. Trade-off there being that the Dark Pit ones are stronger. So, creates an interesting dynamic. Not to say that's the only difference between the two characters, you know, there's also like the different angles that the side Bs send at. Arsene is here. Kyle definitely going to be looking for something. It's a back air, kind of setting up for a situation, you know, going to be finding that back air. You know, Kyle is a really big fan of that back air off stage, which, you know, that's normal Joker stuff. We almost died. Barely making it back to stage there. Glory, every time, just making it work so hard for it. See, you know, not getting... I don't think that's true. Or it's definitely not true. We just on VI out of it. Silly goose. Surprised no up smash, because that would have killed. And you were definitely within range for it. That would go far. Kyle has too much rage for the down throw to combo. That's funny. Oh, right. Two shot.
Nice try.
And then we report the score. That's a 2-1. Yeah, okay, we're good. So we banned Small Battlefield, PS2, and Town and City. So, gotta see where Kyle goes now. And now, oh, I was about to say that DSR is in effect, or no, sorry, this tournament KMLocal does not have DSR, but except the stage he won on got banned. Good job, man. That's so... This dude... His cursor was on Smashville. Bro says out loud, where is Smashville? Man, I wonder.
3, 2, 1, go!
The game opens the same way every time. I will shoot you. Oh, I forgot to change the game team. That's my fault. There we go. So yeah. So we're getting the early lead here on this game number 4. Question mark? Yes. Yeah, 4. I can do math. Well, once again, has Arsene gonna get the Aegon. Thank you for saying the name, because I was about to call it Aha. Shout out to Joker. See that? The only reason why that hit is because if you look at the Arsene part of that animation, he actually starts the kick upward and he kicks down, instead of coming from like the core out. At least that's what I think happened. That was a crazy side B. We're not living, but like, we did get some value out of that before we died. I think Glory is just kind of doing a really good job overall. Kind of covering the areas where Kyle wants to be. Because for like as misleading as some of these characters hitboxes are, you know, that fair like not actually going as far out as it was. Glory is definitely still able to do a really good job of making the most of the range that Pit has. You know, we're seeing it kind of come up time and time again. Not there though. But where Glory's kind of able to like just barely like outrange Kyle. Uh-oh. I hope that camera comes in. That's so great. I manifested that. Yeah, actually, as I say that, Kyle is in the lead. Because I feel like both of these characters in this matchup kind of get the same, or you know, similar amount out of every like interaction, every successful interaction. Because while Dark Pit definitely does have, you know, slightly higher damage output than Joker, you know, base Joker, Arsene, you know, kind of balances that out. So a lot of these games are coming down to just how much value Kyle is getting out of Arsene. Oh, that's it, yeah. Oh, right, game scene. Bam! Two shot. There we go. My face when I report the score.